Now we'll see why Kevin doesn't cook for a living.
Actually, let me get one more thing so you don't hurt yourself.
Oh, now I'm afraid to start. Hey everyone, welcome to Boss Bytes, the show where we make great food inspired by great video games. I'm Kevin, and this is my friend and professional chef, Jen.
Hey everyone.
Earlier today, Jen took a look at Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, am I out of gun?
We got it! We got a kill!
One person.
High five!
Oh, I died!
So when we were walking around camp, you can see it. There's ingredients littered everywhere that you can actually pick up and cook there. So maybe it's not quite as complicated as cooking in real life, but still kind of a cool element, huh?
Yeah, it's probably easier in the game, but it's a good element.
So you're actually putting together something inspired directly from the game here. What is this that we're cooking today?
We're going to be cooking beef stew that is from Red Dead Redemption.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how this comes out.
So we're going to start. I'm going to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put it in a pan that we've already started to heat up. So just a little bit here, and we're going to get that oil nice and hot. And in the meantime, Kevin is going to take these pieces of beef that we have cut into 1 inch by 1 inch cubes, and we're going to toss them into this seasoned flour already. We already added some salt and pepper in here.
So why are we coating these in flour again?
The flour will thicken up the beef stock once we put that in and give us a nice thick, rich stew.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna put our beef cubes in one layer. You don't want to generally crowd the pan or else your meat won't cook thoroughly, but this is 1 pound of beef. See, we got a nice browning reaction here. I can shake my pan around to kind of help it out.
So I know the beef is going to cook for a while after this in the stew. Why are you browning it first before it goes in there?
That's where all your flavor lies, with this heat reaction towards the meat, and that will disperse into your stock and your soups. Oh, so now we got it nice and brown here, and we're gonna take this off the heat. And you can see it's not all browned through. So next we're going to deglaze all this nice rich fond, which is the little pieces of meat that have cooked off and are sticking to the bottom. We're gonna take our 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And watch out for that smoke, but that's okay. And we're going to take about a cup of red wine. Too faster, my brand. And I'm just gonna eyeball it. And then that's about a cup of red wine, and we're gonna just bring that to a boil. Let that cook and simmer a little bit. And I'm gonna take my trusty wooden spoon and just scrape all those bits of meat that have stuck to the bottom. It's called fond. So we need 4 cups of stock, and I'm just gonna dump the whole thing in here. Now I'm gonna put a big old sprig of rosemary, some thyme, and some fresh bay leaves. I'm gonna just plop that in. And then I'm gonna take that seared beef and we're gonna put that in again. And bring this back up to a boil.
So all the herbs you put in there, I know some herbs you have to remove afterward.
We'll remove those big stems after. So now I brought it down to a simmer, and we're just going to let that sit for an hour and a half.
So what's it gonna be doing for an hour and a half? Like what's happening in there?
The light simmer is going to cook those tough pieces of meat through, and the herbs and the flavors are just gonna marry and develop a nice, rich, deep flavor.
Yeah, perfect. Well now, we wait. Let's find our horse.
Oh,
We can do it.
come on over here.
One way or another, we are going to give this horse an apple. All right, horsey.
So you?
Wow, we are not in touch with nature. Hey, more horses.
More horses, yeah. Oh, no. Karen?
Karen. Typical Karen. We have our horse.
Is this you? Oh, can I give him his snack?
Feed. Oh, yes. We have the feed option.
Did I do it?
I think so.
Ian? Hey!
You gave me an apple.
We did it!
We did it. We beat
He's
Red
so
Dead
happy.
Redemption 2, right? That's we did the game, correct?
So it's been 90 minutes, and now we're going to open up our stew, see what's going on in there.
It smells wonderful.
Oh, good. As you can see, some film has developed on top, which is just a little bit of fat residue and stuff. And now that we've skimmed off that top layer, we're going to add our cut carrots and our cut onion. If you wanna, you could throw that one in. I'll throw this one. Team effort. Boop.
Hey, team.
There you go. And then it's good to salt every now after each addition. Not too much, but it's good to add just a little bit.
Why do you do that at each step in the cooking process?
It's just better to add as you go so that the salt incorporates into each layer. If you add it at the end, it'll just taste like a bunch of salt. If you add it too early and don't add any more, it's just gonna cook away. And then now I'm gonna cover it up for 30 minutes. Now we're going to cut our potatoes. What's good to hold the chef's knife is hold it at the base, have it nice and steady, as I just let go of that piece. Now I'm gonna turn them over, and now I'm gonna make my half moons. And it's good to use your knuckles as a little shield.
It's way cleaner than I'm gonna do.
It's always good to just keep your station clean as you go.
Okay,
There we
perfect.
go.
And now we'll see why Kevin doesn't cook for a living.
Actually, let me get one more thing so you don't hurt yourself.
Oh, now I'm afraid to start.
It was sliding a little bit as I was cutting, so a good way to keep it from sliding is to put like a damp paper towel here, and then now it won't move. You shouldn't lose a finger.
I love that. Perfect. I would have. All right. Oh, wow, that's totally centered. That's perfect.
It's good to cut these closer to when you're gonna use them because the potato will oxidize and turn a little bit of brown. And then if you wanna add the cut potatoes.
All right.
And we'll just add a little bit of salt since we have a new ingredient in there. And then we'll give it a stir. Then we're gonna cover it back up again, same thing. We're gonna bring it back up to a boil, drop it to a simmer, and then we're gonna cover it for another half an hour, and then it's done.
All right.
So we're done with our stew.
Ooh. Smells so good.
Oh, I'm glad. There is our Red Dead Redemption stew.
Beautiful. You know what this means? Only one of us gets to try it first.
Let's just taste it together.
All right, agreed. That's so good. Guys, this is ridiculous. You need to make this recipe. This, friends, is how you make a stew even Dutch would be proud of.
If you guys have any games that you would like to see episodes of, please let us know in the comments.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.